Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Arkansas Outdoor Adventure Training again. Today we're going to be talking about some fire starters, and this comes in response to one of our viewers the other day when my 9-year-old daughter started the fire. She was using a particular fire starter, and somebody had requested that we talk about the fire starter that she used. So I've got that fire starter today. That one's called the Little Sparky. Maybe you can zoom in on that. If you'll notice, it's spring loaded, so it's easy for kids to use. Really, you squeeze on the front and the back, and when you press down like she did, and I'll demonstrate this in a minute, it just gives you the spark as you press down. So I'm going to go through a couple of different options that you can have. Magnifying lens, it's great on sunny days. Today it's not going to be so good, but one option. Another option is just a regular Firestarters rod. This one's kind of a fancy model. It's a little more expensive. It's about 20 bucks. It's the one that I've been carrying. Here's another one that's the just a regular old Ranger style flint stick and stormproof matches. I'm going to save the best for last. Okay, whenever I have prepared tinder, and I always have prepared tinder with me, I always have cotton balls with Vaseline. I haven't soaked these in Vaseline yet because I didn't want to go into my personal stash tonight. But cotton, if you pull it apart, catches a spark really easy. We'll start out with the Little Sparky. Can you get that shot? Okay, Little Sparky. You got to squeeze on the front and the back, and just give it a squeeze. And as you give it a squeeze and push down, you'll get a spark. So you just squeeze, push down, get a spark. Squeeze, push down, get a spark. So that's number one type of fire starter, and you can see how quick that caught. And even if you put Vaseline all over your cotton balls, I always soak the outside really well and I leave the inside dry. That way when I spread them apart, I get that dry fluff on the inside. This is the old style Ranger stick. And whenever I'm using any of these strike style fire starters, I'll put one hand on the ground, and that's my striking hand. And then I'll actually pull the fire starter back, the stick itself. That way I'm not pushing my hand into the ground and hitting my knuckles, and I'm also not knocking my tinder away. So get that nice and fluffy there. Hand on the ground here. And there's that one. You notice this one's not as easy as the Little Sparky. This one comes from Light My Fire, and it's a simple Firestarters rod. Like I say, it's got a little blade on the top, and it gives you the correct angle as if you need that, and then you just strike it appropriately. See how quick it catches. Same thing, I'm going to put my striking hand down on the ground. I'll pull back with the actual flint itself, or the Firestarters rod. Okay. Stormproof matches. I'm not a huge match fan, and I'll tell you why. If you have 10 matches, you have 10 tries, and that's all you get. So if you have 10 matches, you've got 10 tries. But if you're going to have a match, the best match to have is the Stormproof safety style matches. Now, these are strike anywhere matches, but since I've got the box here, when you're striking a match, you always want to put your finger tip at the end of your middle finger there, kind of like I'm holding it there, to support the match, and you draw it back towards you like this. Now if you'll notice these, it's been kind of windy today, but it's more like a firework than it is a match. These will burn underwater or in the wind. like I say, the best for last. The common everyday cigarette lighter. You don't have to fluff your cotton ball much for the cigarette lighter. Very simple to use. If you'll notice, it's a one-hand operation. Unlike the matches, unlike this fire starter, unlike this fire starter. The Fresnel lens or the magnifying lens, it's a one-hand operation, but it takes a lot of time and the sun has to be just right. The little Sparky is made to be a one-hand operation as well, so you know it's pretty decent. It's also waterproof, but for the money, little Sparky's going to run you about $18 to $20 depending on where you buy it. Stormproof matches $5. The Light My Fire $20. The Ranger stick probably $5 to $10 depending on where you buy that. Cigarette lighters $1 at just about any convenience store that you go to. Simple one-hand operation, and you've got thousands of strikes in each one. So that's it for Firestarters today. Keep tuning in and give us some requests. Thanks.